What's up, guys? I'm one Mega Man fan coming at you live. I am excited for tonight. We're gonna have a couple great games tonight. We are gonna have Pridestark Gaming versus Zenith of the Light starting off, and then we'll have a game later between the Knights and Hakuna Shimada. Let me just confirm. I just gotta confirm the ready here, and then we'll jump right into this first game. There is the ready, so we are good to go. Guys, jumping in to game number one here between Pridestark Gaming and Zenith of the Light. This is gonna be a heroic division game. And first map is gonna be Infernal Shrines. Quite the classic, gets picked up quite a bit. Why do we have... I'm going to have to remember to change that. Fix that later for the next one. Alright, yeah, guys. So we're going to have first pick and ban going over to the side of Zenith. The coin toss was won by Pridestark Gaming. They chose map pick. Bans were Sky Temple and Tomb of the Spider Queen. And then our maps are going to be Infernal Shrines. And then the second map will be Dragonshire. So two classic maps we see quite a bit here in NGS. Nothing too surprising about that. Gonna run down the timer on this first pick, or first ban here from the side of Zenith. They're running it all the way to 0. I mean, I gotta imagine they're gonna get rid of Jemmy. I gotta imagine that they want to look at possibly getting White Mane here, or the Deckard Cain. Those are the two most popular supports right now in the meta. Deckard does get a lot of value over the objective here. Also, we see Alex Straza here a lot. I'm going to see Asmodee and Bandout on the other side from Pridestark. Don't want to deal with the fat man there. Second ban coming out here from Zenith. We'll see if they run down the timer all the way again. Like I said, it just depends on what they want to do for the support. You know, they could look at banning out the Alex Straza or the Deckard Cain. And then once they have that banned out, they can go for the other one. Maybe hope for the double support ban and then grab that third best support. That's definitely an option as well for them. They're going to go with Urel, though. They're going to get rid of a soul laner they don't want to deal with. She is good on pretty much every map, but this map, because it does have a point you have to fight over, it makes her especially good because she can stay there, feels like, all day. Second ban here from the side of Pridestark Gaming. We'll see what they decide to take in this ban. Again, I'd love to see something towards the support. There's the Alex. As you say, they gotta ban a support somewhere. You can't just like leave Alex, Deckard, and White Mane up. But I mean, technically they could. It does leave the option for them to choose. Most likely we'll see one of those two, Deckard either or White Mane, picked up from the side of Zenith, and then the other one picked up by Pridestark. Now this puts Zenith in an interesting spot because if they didn't want to first pick their support, they may be forced to now. But they're actually going to go with the Haka for that solo lane, give themselves a global here. Could work out well for them to take that early. We definitely, I would expect to see a support here in this 1-2 slot for Pridestark, especially banning out that Alex. That also forces the support pickup on the other side. If not, you risk a ban out against you. And it actually goes the other way. If they don't take one here, then they risk it out on the other side. So it's just really what they're going to want to do. And I just feel like Deckard would be too good to pass up here. They're going to go with Diablo. And they're going to grab White Mane. So they're going to go ahead and grab that White Mane over the Deckard Cain. That means we should expect to see the Deckard come out here from Zenith of the Light. But there may be something we don't know. Maybe they don't play Deckard possibly. Though it will be hard not to play Deckard these days since he is quite a good support. They also are probably going to look at their main tank. They may look at damage instead. They do have a few options. They're going to grab that Hanzo. Good poke and Merlin. So they're actually not going to grab a support, which means they feel comfortable playing with a support that's not Deckard Cain or Rhaegar potentially. Both of those supports still available here for the side of Zenith to choose from. One can be banned out by Pridestark and they'll have their own available. There goes Deckard Cain getting pulled off the line. So he will be out of this game. Now, as far as the ban from the side of Zenith of the Light, I would love to see them look at a solo laner ban. Since they already have the Urel banned out, they already got rid of the Hakas by picking him up. It leaves a nice option here. They're going to get rid of the Phoenix. So get rid of some ranged DPS. Something that can kind of burn down the objective, has some good escape built into his kit, and just all around good damage. 3-4 slot here from the side of Pridestark. We'll see what they decide to go with. I don't know what they take here. I feel like you take your Soul Laner and your ranged DPS and leave that last one open to flex. That's usually my preference in a draft, is to see teams do that. They're going to grab the Jaina and the Genji here. So Jaina, Genji going to be the DPS for the team. Genji will be diving in on his brother Hanzo, trying to get those picks onto him, not let him get away there. Jaina, good wave clear overall, nice poke, very popular in the current meta. Could see Ring of Frost or Water Ellie, just depends on how, you know, the Jaina player is feeling and what solo laner gets picked up here for Pridestark. Last two for Zenith of the Light. They're going to run that timer down to 0. Grab the Uther Greymane, so a little old school D-Shield Greymane most likely, although Divine Storm is an option too. A little less common. Against the Genji, Divine Storm could definitely get some value. It sets up a nice secondary stun from Uther, and then Murder can follow up. That's the triple stun there, maybe enough to get a pick onto Genji if he does dive that back line. We'll see what they decide to go with when they hit their 10s. Blaze going to be picked up here in this last spot for the side of Pridestark Gaming, so he will be their solo laner against that Dahaka up in the top lane. And overall, draft-wise, I feel pretty good about this. It's pretty even for both teams. I don't feel like one team got a big advantage over the other. There's a lot more kill potential from the side of Zenith of the Light, as far as just locking somebody down and getting the pick between the Hakatung, Murder stun, Uther with stun, and D-Shield available possibly for the Greymane, so he doesn't take too much damage going in. You know, we'll see what they decide to do here in this game. Let's just jump over here while we wait for this to load in. This should be a good one overall, because it feels very even for the most part from these teams, which is something that, you know, sometimes in a draft you'll see a very big out draft, and you don't really want to have that because it can make the game feel uneven, little snowbally. But with this comp on both sides, I feel like both teams have a very even draft, a little more, I'd say, kill focused from the side of Zenith of the Light. But on the other side, in theory, if Hollis on that Diablo can get a nice stun into a wall and get a flip or a shove into the back lane, Jaina's got the burst potential, slow from Whitemane, Genji has the dive in potential, Blaze with that stun. They definitely could be looking for some picks here in the early game. Guys, we're jumping into game number 1 here. On the left hand side in the blue, we will have Pridestark Gaming. And on the right, in the red, we are going to go ahead and have Zenith of the Light. Both teams looking like they're going to go with the traditional 5v5 in the middle. Good luck having fun coming out in the chat. Hanzo's afraid of getting hurt here. I think you picked the wrong game, Hanzo, because you got a Genji on the other side who's coming for you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And the teams will start that march down the lane here towards the center. And we have a pause out of the gate here. Okay. Little pause. Looks like we're having some graphics issues with one of the players. We'll get this fixed up real quick, guys. Thankfully, it's early on. The game really hasn't even gotten anywhere. Both teams just looking to march down the middle lane. All right, guys. They are marching back down here. Let me get you back over to the game screen. And we should be good to go, assuming everything came back right. It did. Too many buttons for one caster to press. They're going to have the early poke here from both teams. Obviously, Hanzo has a lot of potential here. Poke it out. You see Jaina going with the man talent at 1. Fairly typical. Murden going with that extra damage. Going to double stack that quest in the early game. Hanzo going with more of a Stormbow build here. Genji diving in onto Hanzo. Not going to be enough to pick and teams will make their rotations between the 2 lanes now. French a little far up here with Richard, maybe looking for a pick here. Stun gonna come out onto the Jaina. Can she get away is the question. You can see all the healing coming out, but not gonna be enough. Hollis not able to peel for his squishy DPS. And that's gonna be first blood over to the side of Zenith of the Light. Great start by them in this initial fight here. We should just see the continued poke here between the 2 teams, back and forth, up top. Both of these heroes have their own built-in healing and self-sustain, so shouldn't see anything too exciting up here for quite a bit. Meanwhile, back on the bottom half, we're going to have both teams going for their camps. Murden going to be spotted out here. Hollis with the stun. Camp finished a little early in favor of the side of Zenith. Looks like they may look for an invade here, possibly. Jaina's going to have to rotate down. Murden close to the point. Draymond getting ready to go in. Uther zoning off that Jaina. Genji with the dive. Not able to get the reset, though. Murden walks away with just 30 HP. And Genji actually falls here. And the camp will be stolen away. So second pick here from Zenith of the Light. Really strong opening from them thus far in this game. They did have to send Dahaka down, though, to help out with that. So because of that, he will have that slow walk back up to the top. And we're going to see Blaze actually slow this rotation. He's going to help deny some XP. This is great play by the Blaze here. Bottom lane, we're going to see the pressure come out from the side of Zenith. Going to push into this wall here. 4 is getting locked in for both teams as we watch this neutral camp in the bottom be taken here by Zenith of the Light. D-Blade going to cap that with Fish. There'll be more pressure in this lane. Diablo gonna have to stay down here with Richard just to make sure that they get this camp cleaned up. Looks like Genji may actually be coming down to help out with that. Blaze making the early rotation. Obviously does not have that option just to dig down to the bottom like Dahaka does. Point started. Both teams with the early poke here on the objective. So far, control here by Pridestark of this objective. Dahaka is starting to make his way down. Actually not going to burrow in. He's going to walk down and save that burrow. May still be on cooldown from the earlier when he came down. But most likely just going to be saving that for when he needs to rotate back up to the top lane. Slight experience lead in favor of Zenith. Pridestark, though, goes in. Genji gets the resets on the kill. We see 2 picks so far in this fight. Pre-Stomp trying to get out of here. Uther trying to keep him up. Genji diving in. Skigum gonna be able to walk away from that. And first Punisher will go over to the side of Pridestark. Bobo, how you doing tonight, man? Glad to see you in the chat. 4-man pushing down the lane here, looking to take the wall. There's the bait over the wall here. And actually by just having Hanzo on here. Oh, Genji with the deep dive. Gets the pick on the Murden. There's the stun on to the Hanzo. Genji with the reset though off that Murden kill. Gonna have a second dash to get the pick up there. It's gonna be 2 more kills going over to Pridestark. And this will actually be a fort. And the team didn't even finish the towers. They're like, you know what, we're gonna take this fort down first and then we'll come back out and deal with these towers. No big deal, you know. And that's gonna be a level and a half lead or so for the side of Pridestark now, looking to invade this camp as 7 is locked in for Zenith. There's a stun on Murden. Should be okay to walk out of this. Diablo with the flip. The Hawk comes in the bro. Looks for tongue connects onto Diablo here. Trying to get out of this. Hollis is very tanky. Does have those 100 souls. Blaze with a nice stun on the backline. There goes the pick onto the Hanzo. Next is going to be Murden falling. And Genji looking to dive in here and get another pick. Looking for a target. Slow from Whiteman coming out here. Hollis with the chase on Diablo. French with those ice auto attacks. Gets the slows. Genji dives in and gets the kill and the reset. D-Blade gonna walk away here. I don't think that's one that you're gonna get there, Genji. And that's gonna be another 3 kills in favor of Pridestark, just boosting their XP lead now almost to that level 10. They will definitely be locked in with that before his next objective in the top lane. We'll go ahead and grab this camp, get this extra pressure in the bottom. 10's now being locked in for the side of Pridestark. Looks like fairly traditional pickups here. Jaina is going to go ahead and go with the Water Ellie. Get some extra slows, some extra damage out. The question is how much of an advantage is going to get pushed here by Pridestark with these Sims. Looks like they're starting to rotate up to the top lane. Maybe an invade on this camp. Getting spotted out by Genji here. Gonna actually dive in heavy here. X-Ray comes out. Not going to be quite enough to get the pick. And this will be camp that has to be given over by Zenith. They cannot afford to die here before this next objective spawns. They need to soak as best as possible. Look towards that level 10. And hope they can survive till then. Middle might see a possible engage here. Murder gonna back out. And this is just gonna be the push here. I mean, the problem is Zenith is being very careful not to get picked, which is good because they don't have their 10s. But unfortunately, that means they kind of have to let Pridestark do whatever they want on the map. And Pridestark says, you know, you're not going to let us pick you, then we're just going to go ahead and take all the camps, paint them blue, get the map in our favor, get pressure in these lanes. Now, thankfully, 10 will be picked up here by Zenith before this objective spawns. They did a great job of soaking. Thus far. Up in the top, Blaze ready to start that next objective. And do we see the counter push here from Zenith into one of these lanes while the top is taken? Do they just give this up and clean up here is the question. Looks like they are going to go ahead and make the rotation. The Haka's still down, has the burrow available to him. 10s are locked in. Uther not selected his ult yet. I think he's going to go for that quick block. Burden a little spotted out here, going to get stunned out. Alla's looking for the flip possibly. There's the Water Alley to slow the enemy team. He's going to dive in from Diablo. Not going to be enough. Genji dives in the backline. D-Shield going to come out from the Uther onto that Greymane. Lightning Breath, not going to get a ton of value. They do get the stun and the slow onto the Haka here. Bravo trying to walk away. Will make it out so far. Stun onto Blaze. Tongue not going to connect there. There's going to be the dive in again from the Genji. X-Strike connects with multiple members here. Bravo barely gets out of there and then takes damage from that Whitemane. Uther not able to keep him up. Fish the next to fall in this fight. Pre-Stomp trying to stall for his team, trying to distract so some of them can get away. And that's going to be a 3-for-0 trade in favor of Pridestark. And they're going to be looking to take down this fort, prep this lane for this next objective. It will be a Frozen Punisher, not the strongest one on this map. But if they can keep this lane prepped up, go ahead and take care of these minions, start doing some damage here. This definitely could set up easily for a keep potential. Down to the bottom half, we do have Zenith looking to grab this camp here. They are not going to have their 13s for the defense. They should have some of their ultimates back up by the time Blaze finishes this, but most of them will still be on cooldown for about 30 seconds or so for avatars. That's going to be the longest one out. The Haka pushing up this bottom lane, trying to get the XP, trying to get the pressure in these lanes. Blaze actually rotating down to clean up the camp that was picked up by the side of Zenith. So this is going to be a 4v5 with a Punisher. 4v4 until the Haka comes in. Blaze and the Haka having a fight in the middle here. Punisher comes over the wall, gets the stun on to Murden, but unfortunately the wall was still up, so no dive in onto him. No kill from Pridestark there off that jump. Next jump though is going to land on 2. We're actually not going to see the dive in. Looks like we're going to see more of a focus here from Pridestark on to getting this keep. They want to focus on that, get those catapults pushing in this lane. Not worry about getting picks here. They are going to get down to about half health or so and then back out. This is a great call by them. The Haka going to have to start to make the move back here to his fort. He needs to try to stay safe and he will be okay. 13 still not yet available for Zenith. They are working their way there. They didn't lose the keep, only lost about half the health on it, so not too bad for them overall. They are going to go ahead and rotate towards their Shaman camp up in the top right. You know, we will see the Khazra on the bottom being picked up by Pridestark. Looking to keep that pressure in that lane. Now, what'll be nice is if Pridestark holds this off, we know that the next objective will be in the bottom lane. So if they can hold off on grabbing their Shaman camp until right before the objective, it will force the Haka to have to defend that lane. Because if he doesn't, they will lose that keep. Pushing here by the 4-man up top. Blaze getting slowed down by pre-stomp some, but not going to be too much that they have to worry about. Looking for a possible flank here by this 3-man. Genji going to be the target potentially. Water Ellie coming out. There's going to be the slow. Hanzo Air connects onto multiple members here. Gets the stun onto the 2. Pre-stomp trying to get the damage out, trying to get the stuns. Genji gets away, but Jaina does not. Granny with that dive in Worgen form, able to get the kill there. Next is a 4v5. They may look to invade this camp. 16 not quite here yet for the side of Pridestark. Hollis with the flip. Blaze looking for a stun on his back line. Gonna connect. No, it's not. X-Strike is coming, but unfortunately there's a D-Shield there to protect. The Greymane Uther does fall here, as does the Haka. There goes the pick onto the Greymane. Genji just barely able to get away. Dives back in to help get the damage out. And that's gonna be a 4-for-0 trade, or 4-for-1 trade if you count the Jaina kill there. But 4 hands in favor of Pridestark. They lock their 16s in. Gonna start looking towards this 4 in the middle. Gonna continue to hold on to that Shaman camp up top. Make sure to time that out with the next objective, so they can get as much pressure in that lane. Try to take down that keep if possible. Bottom lane, a couple of Khazars left here, still pushing. Should fall soon.
Has destroyed a fort.
Fort goes down. More XP over to Pridestark here.
Power gathers within the shrine. It will be made to serve us.
And now we do see the rotation from Jaina, Diablo, and Whitemane. Gonna go ahead and start burning down this camp. Want to have this pressure in this lane. Pre-stomp actually coming over, maybe a little risky. This is a 4v1. They don't spot him out fast enough to react, unfortunately. That could have been a quick kill there on Muradin potentially, but he does make it out safely. This is going to be an Arcane Punisher. And the question is Zenith going to fight before 16 or not? They don't really want to, but giving over another Punisher just is going to make it even harder to come back in this game. It will push Pridestark closer to 20 here. The Haka soaking bottom, middle being soaked by Muradin, and a 3-man push in this top lane. Trying to take down some structures, trying to get some XP. And I'm surprised we don't see a response here from the side of Pridestark. They're actually just going to let this happen up top. Now we see the Diablo starting to push up towards the wall, starting to show this should respond with the hearts from the side of Zenith. And there goes the hearts back. They got the well, got some towers, got some XP, but did not get that 16, unfortunately. The wall is now down, so there's full potential for dive in here with the John Cena jump. There goes into the jump. There's the Blaze stun afterwards. Not going to be enough to get the pick there initially. Hanzo Air connects with multiple members. Scatterow coming out, poking as best as he can. Jump on 2. Genji dives in. X-Strike on the 2 members. D-Shield comes out onto the Haka to help keep him up. There's the tongue onto the Blaze here. Lightning Breath going to head in zone for him. There goes the pick onto Muradin, though, with that Lightning Breath. Lays the big stun on the Haka. Gets the pick there with the help of Genji. 2-for-0 trade so far. Core is exposed. Punisher about to fall down. Genji with the dive in on the Hanzo. Not able to get the pick, but they do get the pick on Uther here. No more Punisher to soak these shots, but Core shield starting to fall now. And this may be GG. I don't know if Hanzo Greymane is going to be enough to do this. Richard doing a great job on Whitemane to make sure to keep his team alive and healthy. Greymane with the dive in, go for the throw. Not going to be enough, though. He will fall. Here comes a minion wave in favor of Pridestark to kind of soak these core shots. Genji diving in on that Hanzo. Arrow going to come out and get the stun on the multiple members. Richard chasing down the Hanzo. But the core falls in the meantime. That's going to be GG game number 1 going over to Pridestark Gaming. Woo! Wrong button. Congratulations to them on that win. Pridestark up 1-0 in this series so far. Quick look at the stats and talents for you guys here, for anyone curious. A lot of damage from Genji. Did a great job diving in on that backline. D-Shield was just not enough for the team. Unfortunately, Uther's healing was not able to keep up with all that damage and burst potential. I mean, it's a good thought. Burst damage, burst healer, that's usually what you want to go with. Unfortunately, Uther just wasn't able to keep it up this time. Guys, we're going to go ahead and hop into the next lobby here. Next map is going to be Dragonshire. We're going to go ahead and get that set up right now. And we're going to see if Zenith can make a comeback here. They had a great early game, and then they just, unfortunately, like slowly fell off the rest of the game. All right. Alright guys, we're getting people dropped into the lobby here. We'll get them loaded up, and as soon as we get everybody in here, we should be able to go with this next game. Alright guys, we got people loaded in here. I just need to swap people around. Swap with Bravo, swap with... Sorry guys, I was trying to get everybody swapped around here where they're supposed to be. Alright, I think we got... Okay, we got everybody in here. That is a good start. And as soon as we get these readies, we'll be able to jump into this next game. I got one ready here so far. Just waiting on the second here from Zenith. And once we have theirs, we can jump into the second game. There's the ready. Guys, we're jumping in game number 2 here between Pridestark Gaming and Zenith Light. Pridestark going to be up 1-0 in the series so far. This is a 2-game series. Zenith looking to tie it up here 1-1. First pick a man going to go over to Pridestark for this game. Map choice was by Zenith. And we're going to see the first band coming out here from Pridestark. See what they decide to go with. A lot of options available to them. It just depends on if they feel like anything last game was, you know, in the range of, hey, we have to get rid of this. You know, that's something teams may lean to occasionally. All right, Asmodean banned out again by the side of Pridestark. They do not like Asmo. They don't want to play against him. They want to remove him from the options here. Get him out of the way. See what Zenith decides to go with here. They're going to go with Deckard. They're going to remove a support. I feel like they may want to look at a white man ban. She would be an option in their next ban if they want. They could look at the Alex Strauss as well if they wanted to ban that out. But first, Pridestark has their second ban. We'll see what they decide to go with here. They're going to think this through real quick. Countdown timer going to run all the way to 0. They ban out Lunara. They must know something I don't know about Zenith, because that seems like an odd ban to me personally. You know what we're doing, guys? You know what we're doing? We're ditching these. We're ditching the headphones. That's better. All right, so we are going to go ahead and have the second ban here from the side of Zenith to see what they decide to go with. They're going to get rid of that Genji. Do not want to have that hero dive in their backline again. Genji got a lot of value in that last game. So definitely something to get rid of there. First pick now for the side of Pridestark. We'll see what they decided to go with. They do have a multitude of options. If they want that white man again, they can first pick her here. If they're not 100% set on her being what they need, can always look at something else as well, and then try to grab her in the 2-3 if she's still available. They're going to grab the Urel, so go ahead and focus on that soul lane initially. Urel does very well here, although she is countered by Mathael, so that does leave that available to Zenith here in this 1-2 spot if they want to lock Mathael in. Kind of grab that, just say, hey, you're not going to have a fun time with that soul lane. They grab the white man and the Diablo, though, saying, you played the last game, it's our turn now. Taking it away here. And now 2-3 slot for the side of Pridestark. We'll see what they decide to lock in. I'm assuming they're going to look at a support and then possibly a tank. If they're not worried about that support choke, then we may just see a tank come out from them and the DPS.
Anytime you're ready.
Raynor Johanna not concerned about that support. And that Urel, she puts up the slows and Raynor benefits. And Johanna, big counter to Raynor with those blinds, going to be taken away here. Not that you really would want to pair her with Diablo anyway, would make for a very tough game. But you know, it is an option technically. Countdown for the next ban here, running to 0. Now Fury getting pulled off the board. That means that Alex will still be available along with Rhaegar for the side of Pridestark. This is most likely what they'll be looking at, although Uther technically is available, along with a few others like Brightwing. Hanzo removed from this game. They don't want to deal with that long-range poke against Raynor. Gonna pull him away. 3-4 slot here for the side of Zenith. If I were them, I'd be grabbing a soul laner, most likely that Mathael, and then maybe a ranged DPS. Leave that last spot open to flex around some. They're gonna grab the Phoenix and they're gonna grab the Jaina. So they're actually gonna hold the soul laner to last, which could be smart. You know, if they're thinking about something like the Mathael that could open up for a more heavy front line getting picked up here in the 4-5 from Pridestark, so a little more value off of him. Last 2 picks for them, though, they do need to have a support and then some sort of, usually a secondary DPS. Maybe somebody to kind of dive in with Urel a little bit. Stukov and Maiev. So Maiev will be the dive buddy for Urel. Stukov going to go ahead and have those slows available in his kit that he can get out, giving Raynor even more value off that level 1 talent, assuming he goes into it. As far as the 5th pick here, this is going to be the soul laner most likely for the side of Zenith. Phoenix can solo. Not who you really want there, but it is an option. And Mathael may actually not be too bad here. I don't know how well he plays into Maiev. Haven't had that experience myself, but they're going to go with the Blaze. Get a little more tankiness, get that bunker available to them for in between. And guys, we're just going to wait here for the game to start. As soon as it gets pulled up here and gets rocking and rolling, we will get moving with game number 2. Draft-wise, I'm not sure who I like better. You know, because we got the... I like Raynor. I'm a big Jimmy fan. So if they can execute, I mean, I feel like they could get a lot of value off of Raynor. Maiev being able to pull people in. The thing I worry about is they don't have a lot of burst damage. They don't have a lot of blow-up potential. Raynor is very much a damage over time hero. Maiev is good for setting up the kills, but you have to have a way to get the kills and finish things with that burst damage generally. Urel still similar, able to move people around when they don't want to be, hold that front line. We'll see how they play it out though. I kind of feel like the advantage overall, though, draft-wise, goes over to Zenith. We'll see if Zenith can win it out here in this game.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Get all the windows set up here, guys. And here we go. Game number 2 between Pridestark Gaming and Zenith of the Light. On the right-hand side in the red, we are going to have Zenith of the Light looking to tie this up 1-1. And on the left in the blue, Pridestark Gaming looking for that domination here in the second match.
Battle commencing in
Team's
10
going to
seconds.
march towards the center. Looks like we will have our traditional 5v5 fight in the middle.
5,
What everyone
4,
has come to know and
3,
love.
2, 1. Let the battle begin.
And here we go. Team's marching towards the center. Looks like we do see that fetid touch from Stukov here. Also with a big pull in. Tether on multiple members here. Silence comes out as well from the Stukov, but it will be Maev the first to fall here. Went a little too deep, a little too close to that wall. Phoenix getting a ton of value with his laser. And that will be first blood over to Zenith. Now, they did start off very strong in that last game as well, so we'll see if they have a same pattern as last time. A strong start, but unfortunately towards the middle fell off a little bit as the power ramped up for Pridestark. They definitely want to take advantage of this burst potential they have in their kit with this Jaina and Phoenix. Top Phoenix helping out Blaze just a little bit. There's Melee engage on the Stukov here. There's the flip. And Richard is not going to make it out of this. Body blocks from Diablo all day. Hollis is on that Johanna. Not too much to worry about there. Going to try to slow down this rotation. Pops the Iron Skin early. He's going to have the slow from Jaina, though, affecting him. Not quite enough to get the pick there, but we do have a camp invasion here. Maev trying to pull it off. Tiffle on Yrel actually coming down here. Really looking for the knockback in. Big blizzard from Jaina blocking out the path, but she does fall first in this fight. There goes the kill onto the Diablo, so 2 kills here for Pridestark, evening up the kill count. Looking for one more here on to the white main. Raynor just misses with that shot, and he will walk away. D-Blade staying alive for now. Gonna heal back up off of Hollis. And we're going to see the night camp worked on here by the side of Pridestark. They are missing Soak in the middle, which honestly is kind of a big deal here. They're going to miss an entire wave, which this early on is a lot of XP to be giving up on. Yrel up top may be in trouble here. We are going to see Phoenix coming up. There's the teleport in. Tiffle used the jump fairly early. Going to try to walk away here. Thankfully, no teleport available to that Phoenix as he used it earlier. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we're going to see some pressure from the night camp here with this Raynor. And Richard pushing in on that Stukov. Rotation now onto French. Maybe in trouble. There's going to be the stun. Silence from the Stukov just to help heal some for French. Skigum in the back line. They do get enough poke and peel for their Raynor. Wall was taken down, so a little XP picked up there. Going to even out the overall XP for these teams. Up top, Blaze and Yrel, the battle of the 2 solo laners. And Yrel, full health and mana, is going to be able to claim this point. Blaze is going to have to back off for a bit. Look to tap potentially. You know, on the bottom, we are going to see the camp pick, or the objective pick back up here by the Jaina. Middle lane, Johanna unfortunately stuck there with that Phoenix. They really need to send Maev up to the middle lane to try to get a pick on him. Try to get him pulled out or something. This will be the pull in onto one. Not going to get it off on Diablo. And D-Blade with that white main just healing up Diablo, making it so hard for Raynor to get the damage out and get these picks. Hollis making the rotation down now, making it a 4v3 until Fish can get down here. There's going to be a big tether on a 3 and a pull in. The question is, can they get the pick? Heals getting spread by Richard on that Stukov. And there's no kill today. Jaina going to go ahead and Hearth. Yrel did rotate down, which means Blaze is able to reclaim the top. 7's getting locked in a little bit sooner here for the side of Pridestark. Johanna and Maev diving in, looking for a pick here. There's the silence, and that's going to be a pick onto Diablo and Phoenix. Diablo with not enough souls quite yet. That's going to give a slight advantage here to the side of Pridestark. Let's see if they're able to grab this DK now. We do have Jaina in the middle, sharking around up top. Blaze and Urel going at it in the 1v1. Urel trying to knock him off the point as much as possible. And Bravo will have to back off there. Jaina going to try to stall us out. Going to get one stall, but I don't think we see much more than that. It is a Johanna, and there's going to be DK number 1 marching down in favor of Pridestark. We'll see where they go with it. Looks like they're going to start on this tower in the middle. Seems like an odd choice, especially when you have the bottom lane open, unless they're hoping to kind of force the team to stay with the DK. While Raynor gets some value. Stomp. Crunch down into this lane from that kick is going to be okay. Just Jaina defending this Dragon Knight here. We got action all over the map. Urel and Blaze still up in that top lane. And this isn't really DK, so actually great value, I'd say, overall from Pridestark. Obviously, it's not going to get a ton done at 5 minutes in, so they can keep the pressure on this lane, keep numbers down here. That's going to maximize the amount of damage they can do with the Dragon Knight. Going to start to do damage onto this fort here. I don't believe it's going to have enough time or HP to finish this off, but they do get the well. Urel actually going to dive in here, try to help kill off some of these minions. Blaze looking for the flank here. Pull in on the one. Fish going to get blinded here by the Johanna. Big stun from Blaze on to Mayav, and she will fall here. Hollis taking the slow and the damage. There's going to be the stun from Blaze. Going to get the pick. There's the heal from Richard. Not going to be enough, though. That'll be 2 kills over to the side of Zenith. Boosting up that XP with 10 now locked in for the side of Pridestark. Urel coming in a little late here. They're looking for a pick. There's going to be the stun, though, on top of her. And actually have to pop the bubble of healing. Absorb some of that damage. Will stay alive, but that's going to be a 120-second cooldown there that was used and will not be available if we see an early fight from Zenith when they get their 10s locked in here in just a moment. We do see Hyperion from Raynor, so going to go more of a push-style Raynor build here. Going to be looking to sieging down these lanes, trying to get some value with the DK. Both siege giants being grabbed here by the teams. Jaina, Diablo, and Phoenix have not chosen their ults. There goes the lightning breath from Diablo. We could see Ring of Frost followed up by the laser. There's going to be, though, the water alley coming out from Jaina. There's going to be scan from Phoenix. Going to get that out. Initially, we get it stunned out of it. Fish going to walk away here. Shield is down. Paul's taking a lot of poke damage. There's going to be the Hyperion on top of a lot of members here. There's going to need to pull Tether the Warden's Cage to try to block off some of the members here. Phoenix now getting that scan off. Is going to fall before he can get any shots out. Bravo taking a lot of damage. Hollis has to back off here. Tibble trying to walk away on that Urel, and the heal from Richard there with that little bit of burst to keep his team alive. That'll be a 1-for-0 trade as they push in with these siege giants onto this fort in the bottom lane.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Mayav gets the initial tether, does get the pull in. Blaze with the propulsion out is going to be okay. I'm going to see Jaina go ahead and Hearth back. Knight did get re-aggroed. The mage was taken down, but none of the other ones were.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Fort does fall in the middle to the minion as well. Channel picked up here. Defense by the 3-man. Hollis gonna get stunned out here. Also has the slow potential here from White Mane. Did pop that unstoppable early. Not gonna come out. Fish using that laser. Poking around here. Be the 4v4 in the middle. We're gonna have the shove from Stukov pushing Diablo way far away. Teleport from Fish, get out of damage. Lightning breath on the backside to try to cut this off. Phoenix with the scan, getting connected to multiple members here. But not gonna be enough to get the kill. And Jaina actually gonna be forced to back here. Stukov pops the pustule to make sure she actually doesn't get the Hearth off here. And they're looking for the re-engage while they try to get the channel. Stukov gonna be close, and he's actually gonna stop the channel himself. Make sure he does not get shoved into the wall by Stomp here on that Diablo. Hollis in the front line doing a ton of work, healing for his team, taking so much damage. Blaze falls Shiro up in top lane. There's going to be the Hyperion from Raynor to zone off the enemy team. Free Stomp trying to get away from here, but not going to happen. And that's going to be Hollis grabbing the second DK of the game. They won't have the Hyperion to push along with this. Bottom lane though, Night Camp pushed all the way up to the wall, so they have two different spots they can look at here. Looks like they're going to work towards the middle initially. Try to burn down this front wall. This XP in their favor. They do have their 13s locked in. Jump on it. Is the one in the DK. With the knockback. DK fairly low on health. There's gonna be a big warden case on the Wolf members. There's the bunker. Ice blocking Jaina. White Mane will fall here, followed by Jaina. Hollis now out of that Dragon Knight. Gonna get the heal here from Richard as they pass that heal around, and they will now start to siege down this middle keep. Big shove. Sending Blaze back to base. He says, well, I guess I'll hop in here, get some mana and health real quick while I got the chance since you put me right next to my door. And this should be piece number 1 going down here to the side of Pridestark. There's the engage on the Blaze here. Bravo gonna fall. That's gonna be a staggered death timer. And 13 still not picked up by Zenith. 16 almost here for the side of Pridestark. Gonna go ahead and steal away this Night Camp from Zenith and Light. Gonna get some more pressure in this lane. Up top is the only one with the fort still standing. Rainer from the camp. We will see stolen lane here. Siege camp gonna get pushed down this middle lane, or bottom lane. Free stomp in a little deep here. You're around with the cutoff on the multiple members. Phoenix can get the scan onto all 4 here, but not gonna be enough damage to get any kills. Camp's stolen away. There's the Hyperion to help zone and do some AoE damage. Bunker here comes down 16 and locked in to the side of Pridestark. Tether from Nayab gonna get full onto Fish here. He's very low. I don't think he makes it out of this. There goes Fish on that Phoenix falling down here. This will be the 5-man push with these guys onto this wall. We're far out there on the Diablo, gonna get picked up. Does not have the souls. There's the Warden's King, keeps the backline, bouncing members around here, killing the Blazing Jaina. White Mane, the only surviving member right now from the side of Zenith. Not looking good as the second piece looking to go down. There's the dive in from the Maev. D-Blade trying to walk away. He is going to get out of the way. This is going to be Siege Giants, a 5-man team, and a couple catapults in the middle pushing down this floor. They're going to try to end the game here if possible. Minions spawn in time to aggro those catapults. That will give time for the third one to come in here. We're down to 40%. Rainer poking away. Lightning Breath coming out in the multiple members here, but the silence comes out from Stukov onto Fish. Almost gets the kill, but Core will fall beforehand. GG. Game number 2 here, going over to the side of Pridestark, taking it with the 2-0 in this series. Getting the domination here. Congratulations, Pridestark, taking it with the 2-0 in this best of 2. Getting the domination. No extra points this season for domination, but they did get that 2-0, so that's a good start. Quick look at the stats and talents for you guys for anyone curious. Lots of info there for you all. All right, guys. So that is going to be it for this game, at least. Next game is going to be come up at 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is going to be about an hour and 15 minutes from now, roughly. So what we'll do is I'll get you over to another NGS streamer, and we'll just shoot you right on over with a host, so you actually don't have to do anything. Just sit tight, and we'll get you pulled over into their stream. And hopefully you guys will be back around at 10 p.m. Eastern, about an hour and 15 from now, for that next game. It will be Reborn Knights Red versus Hakuna Shimada. Should be a great game. Division A West, I believe. If you guys can't come back for that one, I would appreciate a follow. The button is up above. If you really enjoyed, you can subscribe. Twitch Prime lets you sub for free. Not required, but always appreciated. Guys, if I don't see you in an hour, I will see you in a Nexus. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.